Welcome to the Growth Journey. Our channel is dedicated to your personal and professional growth. Researchers from the Harvard Business School studied this phenomenon by interviewing and assessing professionals who had attained great success. The aim was to break down what these exceptional professionals did differently to achieve both long-lasting and fulfilling success. The researchers found that people who were both successful and happy over the long term intentionally structured their activities around four major needs. Happiness. They pursued activities that produced pleasure and satisfaction. Achievement. They pursued activities that got tangible results. Significance. They pursued activities that made a positive impact on the people who matter most. Legacy. They pursued activities through which they could pass their values and knowledge on to others. The behaviors that follow are the hallmarks of people who are successful and happy because they address these four needs. Try them out and see what they do for you. They are passionate. Jane Goodall left her home in England and moved to Tanzania at age 26 to begin studying chimpanzees. It became her life's work, and Goodall has devoted herself fully to her cause while inspiring many others to do the same. Successful, happy people don't just have interests. They have passions, and they devote themselves completely to them. They swim against the current. There's a reason that successful and happy people tend to be a little, well, different. To be truly successful and happy, you have to follow your passions and values no matter the costs. Just think what the world would have missed out on if Bill Gates or Richard Branson had played it safe and stayed in school, or if Stephen King hadn't spent every free second he had as teacher writing novels. To swim against the current, you have to be willing to take risks. They finish what they start. Coming up with a great idea means absolutely nothing if you don't execute that idea. The most successful and happy people bring their ideas to fruition, deriving just as much satisfaction from working through the complications and daily grind as they do from coming up with the initial idea. They know that a vision remains a meaningless thought until it is acted upon. Only then does it begin to grow. They are resilient. To be successful and happy in the long term, you have to learn to make mistakes, look like an idiot, and try again, all without flinching. In a recent study at the College of William and Mary, researchers interviewed over 800 entrepreneurs and found that the most successful among them tended to have two critical things in common. They were terrible at imagining failure, and they tended not to care what other people thought of them. In other words, the most successful entrepreneurs put no time or energy into stressing about their failures, as they see failure as a small and necessary step in the process of reaching their goals. They make their health a priority. There are an absurd number of links between your health, happiness, and success. I've beaten them to death over the years, but the absolute essential health habits that successful and happy people practice consistently are good sleep hygiene, fights stress, improves focus, and is great for your mood, eating healthy food, helps you to focus, and exercise, great for energy levels and confidence. They don't dwell on problems. Where you focus your attention determines your emotional state. By fixating on your problems, you create and prolong negative emotions and stress, which hinder performance. However, by focusing on actions to better yourself and your circumstances, you can create a sense of personal efficacy that produces positive emotions and improves performance. Successful, happy people don't dwell on problems because they know that they're most effective when they focus on solutions. They celebrate other people's successes. Insecure people constantly doubt their relevance, and because of this, they try to steal the spotlight and criticize others in order to prove their worth. Confident people, on the other hand, aren't worried about their relevance because they draw their self-worth from within. Instead of insecurely focusing inward, confident people focus outward, which allows them to see all the wonderful things that other people bring to the table. Praising people for their contributions is a natural result of this. They live outside the box. Successful and happy people haven't arrived at where they are by thinking in the same way as everyone else. While others stay in their comfort zone prisons and invest all their energy in reinforcing their existing beliefs, successful people are out challenging the status quo and exposing themselves to new ideas. They keep an open mind. Exposing yourself to a variety of people is useless if you spend that time disagreeing with them and comforting yourself with your own opinions. Successful, happy people recognize that every perspective provides an opportunity for growth. You need to practice empathy by putting yourself in the other person's shoes so that you can understand how their perspective makes sense, at least to them. A great way to keep an open mind is to try to glean at least one interesting or useful thing from every conversation you have. They don't let anyone limit their joy. When your sense of pleasure and satisfaction are derived from comparing yourself to others, you are no longer the master of your own happiness. When successful, happy people feel good about something that they've done. They don't let anyone's opinions or accomplishments take that away from them. While it's impossible to turn off your reactions to what others think of you, you don't have to compare yourself to others, and you can always take people's opinions with a grain of salt. That way, no matter what other people are thinking or doing, your self-worth comes from within. Regardless of what people think of you at any particular moment, one thing is certain: you're never as good or bad as they say you are. Thank you for joining me on The Growth Journey. Remember, growth begins with a decision to take action. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Keep growing, and I'll see you on the next adventure.